Hi everybody, welcome to part 3 of how a pipe organ works. Today we're going to look at these shutters up here and see how those create a swell or expression effect. So the first thing we have to keep in mind on all of this is that organ pipes are either on or off. They operate at a constant pressure, they operate at a constant volume. So the only way that we can create any kind of expression or swell effect is to put the pipes inside a box, put a set of shutters on that box, and control them somehow. So in a mechanical action organ, obviously that's done with a mechanical linkage. So if we look at my right foot here, there's this lever called a shoe to distinguish it from the pedals, which is a big keyboard down on the floor. And this is the expression shoe. It goes to a lever and it controls the swell shades to open and close. And then if we look here, you can see over here, this lever is what I'm actually controlling with my foot, and that opens and closes these shutters. Kind of like a Venetian blind kind of thing. Now, only the pipes that are inside the box are going to be affected by this. The pipes that were out here in front are not going to be affected by that. So when we're looking at this, we have to remember this is not really a volume control. Now I've run into this many times where people, organists and non-organists, are thinking that this creates an actual volume control like you have on your stereo, where the volume is all going up and down. It doesn't really work that way. It needs to be thought of as an effect device. We're creating the effect of a dynamic expression with this, and it only is on those pipes that are inside the box. The normal way you control dynamic expression on a pipe organ and on a correctly engineered digital organ is by the stops that you pull out. Each of the ranks of pipes has its own timbre. Some of them are soft, some of them are loud, some of them are somewhere in between. And it's by selecting the correct stops that you choose what the dynamic level is going to be. So that's also why most organs have multiple keyboards. So I can establish a soft, medium, and loud just by switching keyboards. So we also have to remember the limitations of this kind of a device. Closing up the pipes inside a box and closing the shutters is going to affect the high-pitched pipes a lot, but it's only going to affect the low-pitched pipes a little bit. So when I close the shutters, I'm not getting this, and when I open them, it comes back. It doesn't do it evenly. The high-end pipes and the low pipes are going to be different, and so it's going to do this kind of thing when I close the shutters and this kind of thing when I open them. So again, it just doesn't work as a volume control. Now, those of you who play tone wheel organs like the Hammond B3 or have played on early analog technology electronic organs, the swell pedal really is a volume control, and the reason for that is because those organs, all of their different tone colors are derived from a single source. So you're really, with the drawbars on the Hammond organ or the stop controls on early analog electronic organs, you were really only changing the timbre. You weren't building up an ensemble. And so you needed a volume control so that your soft settings could be pulled back and be soft, and your loud settings could be opened up and be loud. On a pipe organ, you're dealing with multiple ranks, you're dealing with a true ensemble. So it's the control of the ensemble that is making it work. I have been called in to do service on a pipe organ and gotten there, and most of the organ is exposed. Only a small portion of it is inside a swell box, and the new organist is complaining that the swell pedal doesn't work. Well, it does work. It's just they failed to recognize that the exposed pipes are not going to change volume with that because they're fixed. There was another time I did a tour, bus tour, and myself and some other experts were out and about around town here, and people went on a bus from place to place. We talked about different organs. And I brought this up at the first location that, you know, the exposed pipes are not expressive. And there was a guy that was just convinced that I was dead wrong about that. And every place we went, the other person that was talking, he would challenge them on that. Hey, Tony said you can't change the volume of a pipe, blah, blah, blah. And they gave the same answer. I think he was convinced that it was a grand conspiracy. But the thing is, an organ pipe, it's on or off, and so you have to do other things to affect its expression. So that's how the swell pedal works on a pipe organ. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell. There's new content coming up every week and you don't want to miss a thing. Also, please pay a visit to my Patreon page. There's free content for visitors and additional content for those who choose to become a patron. And don't forget to connect with me on Facebook, Tony Imperatrice at Tony I, the Organ Guy. See you next time.